Let's next have a look at a subroutine that has both input and return parameter, or input and output. And that kind of a subroutine we would call as a function. So a function is something that gets some input and then produces some output from that. And alright, in this case I will declare a subroutine of this function that is no longer void or string type, but in this time it is integer type. Okay, so far all our subroutines, they were either void type, that means empty, no return type, or it was a string type. uh, okay, then it means returning some string value. And also the input parameters that we used, they're always string type, but the both input and output parameter, they can be any type at all. So this time output return type is integer, but so is the input parameter. So we call this subroutine calc age. So it's supposed to be calculating person's age from the given birth year. And the birth year is something that we give as an integer type as well. And then obviously this function should return some integer value. I just now make it 1, but let's calculate what this value will be. And actually I can declare a variable in age here, and I simply give it some initial value 0 and then replace this 1 here. So now it's no longer giving me the error there. But now next step is to calculate the age from the given birth year. And how am I going to do that? Well, I need to ask from the computer what is the current time in the computer clock, and then I extract the year from it, and then I can calculate the difference between the year and the birth year. So I will make a connection to the computer time. So I will ask what is the time now, and then I take the year from that current time. So now this number here corresponds to current year. And then okay, how to calculate the age from this? Of course, well, I need to take the birth year away from this. So the current year is 2020, and then birth year is year 2000. So then the difference is 20. So therefore the age would be 20. So I will do this calculation, and then of course I need to store this result into the variable age. So now my function would be ready. So what it does, it takes the birth year as an input parameter, and it returns something integer, and what it returns is the age of the person, calculated from the system clock year and from the birth year as their difference. So now I could well, join it to here. I already have this name here asked. Let's just modify this back like this. So I have been asking for the name. I could ask for the year as well, but let's say now I know that the person is born year 1999, and I will of course have to declare its type as well. So it's going to be integer. So now I could calculate the age. So again, I declare here a variable age in which I calculate the age of the person by using this b year as an input information. So now this value is stored into this variable, and then it's being passed to this subroutine, this function calc age. So therefore it becomes the value of this parameter birth year, and then it's being used to calculate for the age, and then the result is being returned back here. And now the variable age here on this main method will get the value returned. And then I could use, okay, I could now use my output something here to output the name, which is name. Okay, and then let's do it so. I will just format this output somehow, and then I can output the age here. So now what this would be doing, it would output, it would use the method output something to print on the screen the string that is being formulated here. And let's just see what it does if I just make a breakpoint here. So I don't want to run this through, but only until here. Right, so now it's compiling, and now it is asking for the name here. I would be this, and then it says, okay, Antti age 21, and where does this age come from? It comes from this given year here, and everything else we've done so far. Of course, to be realistic, we could also ask this year from the user, but that's another story.